to test and optimize their ads at scale. We are entering a completely new age. Meta's AI can now do what used to take a media buyer weeks to figure out, but it needs raw material. It needs creative, okay? Again, their quote, "This unlocks new opportunities for reaching relevant customers and in some cases, even finding new audiences they might not have realized would be interested in their product." This right here is what opportunity looks like, but we need to harness it correctly. Moments like this do not come around a lot, okay? We are living in a golden age of advertising, but you need to know what to do with this, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna visualize what Andromeda is actually doing, all right? So bear with me here, get my text set up. Okay, so I want you guys to imagine that this down here is your feed on Facebook or Instagram, okay? So what we have is post number 1. This is, anything that's blue is going to be something from a friend, a brand, or someone that you follow, something that you see organic, okay? So blue is organic, green is an ad. So this is something that somebody paid to display in front of you, okay? So we have organic in blue and paid in green. So for organic, I'm going to number them. Okay? And then all of these up here, this is what Meta calls their ad inventory. So think of this as literally like a library of ads, right? Meta actually has an ad library that you can navigate through, okay? But they have this inventory. So think of this as kind of like a warehouse of ads that they could choose to display at any given time, all right? And this is a real thing. This is how it works. So what Meta will do is it's gonna pay attention to how you interact with your organic content. And if you engage with it, if you view it for a long period of time, if you watch a certain percentage of a video, however you interact with this organic content is gonna influence what ad it pulls from its inventory to display to you here. And then your actions on that ad also impact your organic feed and what they display you next from your friends, your family, and people that you follow, okay? Do you guys see how this works? Are you following me so far? Give me some feedback in the chat. Okay, beautiful. Okay, love it. So let's get kind of like a more granular example here. Let's say someone in your feed posts a photo of it's a family photo of them with their dog, okay? And you give it a thumbs up, you like that post, you double tap it, you're like, yes, I'm into the family photo with the dog, okay? All right, so Meta picks up on that signal. We're sending signals to Meta that we like families with dogs, okay? So what Meta's gonna do is it's gonna try and find an ad in its inventory to then take and display to you to try and get you to take an action. For the purposes of this, I'm gonna say they wanna try and sell you something related to dogs, okay? Well, let's say they try an ad for dog food, okay? So you see a family photo with a dog, you like that post, Meta has an ad for dog food in their inventory, they're gonna try and slide that right in front of you and see if they can get a purchase out of you, okay? Now, if you don't interact with this, that's also gonna send a signal back to Meta that this did not work, okay? So now they have to find something else. Well, what they're gonna do is they're gonna try and say, okay, well, maybe it wasn't the right dog in the dog food ad. You guys may be able to see behind me at some point, I have 2 huskies. So let's try a different breed of dog. Let's try putting a pug here and a husky here to see what kind of dogs you resonate with, all right? Let's say we don't take any action on the pug, but we do take action on the husky, and we like that post. Well, now that signal goes back to Meta, and Meta's AI is gonna search through its inventory and try to find a dog food ad that features a husky, because you have a higher likelihood of taking action on that now. You guys feel me? Okay, so Meta will find ad here, drop it in, and let's say this is food with husky, okay? But for some reason, you still don't buy. What the heck? Meta's confused, okay? They're like, man, I wish this guy would buy, okay? So what they do is they decide, well, maybe he's not after dog food. Maybe he needs a leash or a training program to get his dog to stop pulling the damn collar all the time. Or maybe it's a crate company to transport your dogs, okay? Hopefully you guys are seeing parallels here with some of your experiences in your feed. This is probably feeling a little bit familiar, okay? Whether it's for dogs or something else, doesn't matter, right? So once Meta figures this out, and let's say I interact with a training video, let's say I watch, 30 seconds of a training video. Well, once again, that's gonna go back to Meta, and we're gonna give that signal to Meta. Now it knows, as it's looking through its inventory, we're gonna try and find training videos that have huskies and maybe talk about family, because all of these signals have been fed back to Meta. So Meta has all of this data on us now. We like families, we like dogs, we don't like pugs, we like huskies, we don't need food right now, but we're interested in training our husky, okay? All of this comes back to Meta. Meta has these positive signals of what you like to interact with, and eventually your algorithm gets so damn tuned in that Meta knows that you're looking for training for your husky, and they may know that you have, even, depending on how much of this stuff goes in, that you have a brown and white husky, okay? And that you have a budget of like $100 on this training, okay? Based on how your signals get sent back to Meta, it's gonna learn all of this information. And the sales cycle can be a lot longer than what I have shown here, right? You can get shown huskies over 3 months, and it can pick up every cue on how you interact with something that has a husky in it, okay? And eventually it'll get so dialed in that it knows that this ad, and this ad are the ones that are gonna produce the most results for you, okay? So it builds a profile of you as a buyer, and it knows what inventory to display in front of you. It's absolutely freaking crazy. But this is the age of advertising and AI, and this is why opportunity is so big here, okay? Now, here's the real. If these ads don't belong to you, they will find ads that belong to somebody else, and they will show those. Okay, so this is why creative diversification is so freaking important. You have to have, if you run a dog food company, okay, or a training company for dogs, you need to have multiple breeds of dogs in your ads now because it matters. It's that granular. Okay, so going back to Meta's blog post, there's a line in that post that changed everything for me, and I want to highlight that for you guys. Okay, give me a sec for my tech. All right, here we go. The biggest constraint that you can put on your meta strategy is the constraint that you put on your creative process. The biggest constraint on your strategy is not your budget. It's not your targeting. It's not your funnel. It's the constraint that you put on your creative process. That's how important this is, guys. Now, when Meta says something like that, I don't know about you, but I'm going to freaking listen. That's pretty point blank what they're telling us, okay? So what does all of that actually mean for us, okay? It means two things. Number one, your creative is more important than it has ever been. It's always been important, but now it's on a completely other level, okay? Because your creative is the targeting. Read that again. Your creative is the targeting now, okay? Number two, more strategic creative is what gets you better results. So those are the two biggest takeaways that I need you to understand before we go any further here, okay? And here's the proof. Again, when I ran ads to get you all here today, I targeted nothing. No interest, no age, no income, fully broad, countries and language, that's it, okay? And you're here, agencies, coaches, and consultants, exactly my ideal clients, all from broad targeting, okay? Because the creative did the work. It did the heavy lifting. My creative was the targeting. Does that make sense? Give me a yes in the chat if you're with me. Cool. Love it, guys. Okay, cool. Now I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, okay? Cool, Casey, so now I just need to make a ton of extra creative. That sounds exhausting. I don't want to do it. Okay, and yeah, if you don't have a system, guys, it absolutely is exhausting. That's what leads to creative burnout. We don't want that, okay? You've probably seen all of the other ad gurus out there saying that you need 10 to 50 new creatives every single week. I don't know about you, but that sounds really freaking exhausting, and I personally do not want to do that. That's how you start going, looking like a match on the left, down to a bunch of pile of ash on the right-hand side here, okay? That's a really easy way to burn out, and I don't want you guys to burn out. I don't want to burn out. But the reality of it is that production time is a bottleneck for us as advertisers, okay? It takes time to build ads. It really does. And also, we're in an age where AI slop is everywhere. If you're running ads and it's just crappy generated AI stuff that no one is going to resonate with, it's not going to work, okay? Volume matters, but you need to be strategic with it, okay? If you just put out volume for the sake of volume, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're just going to set money on fire, okay? Please, for the love of God, don't set money on fire. It's a really bad way to keep it, okay? And yes, I see in the chat, Emma, this is not on AI ads. We don't do that here. Yeah, but please, guys, don't set money on fire. Okay, that's no fun. You need strategy behind this stuff, okay? So the ultimate goal is to have a scalable creative system that consistently produces more winning ads. That's the goal. That's how we get this infinite loop of money in, money out, consistent flow of money out, leads in. And we don't just want leads, we want buyers. We want people that are actually gonna convert. We want people who need what we sell, okay? Please write this down. Volume with strategy. You need both. You have to have both, okay? Give me a one in the chat if having a system that creates winning ads consistently would be valuable to you. Cool. You guys ready to build it? Let's do it. All right, cool. So part one is offer clarity, guys. So first, we're gonna roll up our sleeves. We're gonna do some pre-work. We need to build the foundation of our offer, okay? The message is where the money is. Read that again. The message is where the money is. Remember, we don't wanna set money on fire? Okay, well, if we're not setting money on fire, we need to pay attention to the message. Okay, so the formula that we're gonna cover today is how to craft a message that prints money. We wanna print money, not set it on fire. So I'm gonna show you guys something, and this is gonna sound super complicated. I'm joking, it's very simple. There are 3 components to every single ad, okay? Super simple. We have the hook, the body, and the CTA. Those are the 3 main components of every ad, okay? And for the record, I did not create this. I'm not the first person to assemble hook, body, and CTA, and I don't claim to be. I see in the chat video or image creatives. Today we are focusing on video creatives, okay? But this totally can work with image creatives. Doesn't matter, you still have a hook, you still have a body, you still have a CTA, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna combine this with something from one of the absolute goats of marketing. And I am not talking about Hormozi. I'm talking about way before Hormozi's time, okay? Who here has heard of a gentleman named Eugene Schwartz? Drop a 1 in the chat if you've heard of him, drop a 2 if you have not. Okay, if you haven't, if you haven't, I'm gonna put you on game. Okay? All right. So here's how this works, guys. Eugene Schwartz created something called the 5 levels of awareness. Have you guys heard of that? Just give me a visual thumbs up if you guys have heard of the 5 levels of awareness, all my marketing people out there. Okay, cool. So here's how it works. We've got people that are unaware, people that are problem aware, people that are solution aware, people that are product aware, and people that are the most aware. Now, what I see a lot of people get wrong when we talk about the levels of awareness, okay, is people think about it in the context of their business or them as an individual, okay? But when it comes to the 5 levels of awareness, what we're mapping out here is their awareness to our offer, the offer that we're running ads to, Okay. So people may be unaware of us as an individual, but they might be super aware or most aware of our offer that we're running ads for. They might just not know who we are personally. Does that make sense? Okay. So to break down what each level is, unaware is people who don't know that they have a problem that's worth solving. Okay. Problem aware, they feel pain. They know that something is wrong and they have a problem that they want to solve. Okay. Solution aware, they know that solutions exist, but they don't know which one is best for them and their specific situation. And then product aware, they're aware of your solutions, the solutions that you actually provide for people that are in this situation. And then most aware are people that believe that your offer is right for them, but for whatever reason, they haven't pulled the trigger on working with you just yet. Okay. So that's how this works. Okay. So I want you to think about this on a horizontal plane too, because I get this question a lot when it comes to explaining how this stuff works. Okay. So over here on the left-hand side, we have our cold audience. Over here on the right, we have our hot audience. Okay. So we have unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and most aware. I'm going to give the example for somebody with a broken arm. Okay. So over here on the left-hand side, they might be unaware that their arm is broken. They have no pain. They're not limited in motion. It might be like an indirect pain, something that isn't super obvious what it is. Or they might think that they just like sprained their arm or hit it the wrong way or something, or it hurts when they touch it, but that's it. You know, it's not like a steady pain all the way through, okay? Then we have problem aware. This is for people who start to say, crap, my arm kind of hurts. Or they know, oh yeah, I broke my arm, okay? For solution aware, this is for people that are starting to say, okay, I need to go to the doctor. I should probably get an x-ray. I need to go to urgent care or the emergency room, okay? People that are product aware might know that they're gonna need to reset that bone and get a cast, or option two, this is really bad, I'm probably gonna need surgery, okay? And then people that are most aware are looking at specific orthopedic surgeons and physical therapy options for recovery. Do you see how this works, guys? Okay? So the reason why this is so important, and the reason why I want everybody to understand this, is because if somebody is not in pain, they're not saying my arm hurts or my arm is broken, it does not make sense for this person right here to see an ad talking about physical therapy after surgery. It doesn't make sense to show them that ad, okay? The messaging needs to be in alignment in order for this to work the way that we want it to. So the whole idea here of mapping out the journey this way is because when we meet our customers where they're at, we can take them where they want to go. That's the key, okay? And before we map our levels of awareness, we need to know who we're talking to and what the hell we're selling them. So that is where we come with our offer one sheet, okay? So I'm gonna build this out as an example for Ad School, and then I'm gonna pull one of you guys up and we're gonna walk through this and we're gonna build it together, okay? So, but I'm gonna do it for Ad School first just because you guys have literally, like you're in this funnel right now, okay? So this should all feel familiar to you, okay? So the offer name is the Creative Lab Workshop. Okay, my target audience, agencies, coaches, and consultants. Hopefully no surprise to the people here, okay? The dream outcome, ads that print money, okay? Another way to say this, cracking the code on paid ads. You guys are here today because you probably have not figured out how to consistently get new leads in your pipeline and then turn those leads in your pipeline into dollars in your bank account, correct? Does that sound right? Give me a yes in the chat if you're with me. Cool. All right, good stuff. Thank you guys for engaging, by the way. This helps me. Makes me feel like I'm not just talking to a black box. Appreciate it. Okay, cool. So the problem with cracking the code on paid ads and producing ads that print money is we need creative volume. But that takes time, can be expensive, and it can also feel like we're kind of like shouting into the void because we don't have our messaging dialed in and we don't know what to say or what ads to create, right? So it can also just be confusing as hell. Okay, so the promise, when we zoom in, right here, what we want to do is we want to put a magnifying glass on this, and we want to basically double click on this, okay? How do we crack the code on paid ads? How do we create ads that print money? Well, my promise for this workshop, which I still am going to do for you guys, okay, is how to create 250 high-performing ads in a day. Admin, if you guys can keep an eye on muted lines. I just had to mute somebody. So if you guys could just be mindful of that, please. Thank you. Okay, so the promise for the workshop today is I'm gonna give you a system that helps you create 250 high-performing ads in a day. Okay, so that's my zoomed in promise of this big dream outcome. Make sense? Cool, cool, cool. All right, now the results timeline. Okay, I already kind of hint on it here when I say in a day. So you're gonna get everything that you need to create 250 ads in a day, but you're going to receive that information by the end of the workshop. Okay, so that's our results timeline here. Now, the mechanism in which we do this is called the Creative Lab method, which is basically hook, body, CTA, plus levels of awareness. And we'll we will get into this. Sorry for the crazy mics. Guys, if you start unmuting yourself and just talking, Ad Crew's gonna kick you out. We have a zero tolerance policy for this. So either be here and be chill or be gone. That's how we run it. Okay, cool. Then we look at proof points. So what kind of proof do we have that we know what we're doing?
Yo.
Okay. All right, let's get Mika out of here. Thank you, guys. Very simple. Be here, be chill, or be gone. Yes. Okay. Let me go back here for the people that are respectful. Sorry, guys. Unfortunately, a couple people threw us off track. So the mechanism, our mechanism is our Creative Lab method, okay? Which is basically hook, body, and CTA are the three main components of the ads, okay? And then we combine that with the 5 levels of awareness. So this is gonna make a lot more sense here in just a minute, but bear with me, okay? All right, now the proof points that we want to hit on. So I've already kind of hinted at a couple of them, but I have Jennifer, who went from $600 a lead down to, don't quote me on this, but I think it was like $44, something like that. We've got Troy, who went from $250 per booked call down to like $25, crazy. I've got Ad School as our own proof that today on this call, as of this exact moment, we have 274 people here that are agencies, coaches, and consultants. We also have Greg, who got paid to run ads. More on that later. Crazy story, okay? Now the next step for this offer, once people see the ad and they click on the ad, the next step that people have to take is register to save their spot. Okay? Everybody see how that works? So we have all the components right now. Really cool, okay? To basically build out our ad campaign now. It's the Creative Lab workshop. It's for agencies, coaches, and consultants. The outcome is that you'll learn how to create ads that print money. You'll crack the code on paid ads because we need to solve the problem of creative volume, which takes time, is expensive, and super confusing. And we're going to do that by teaching you how to create 250 high-performing ads in a day. You'll have everything you need by the end of the workshop. We do this with something called the Creative Lab method, which combines hook, body, CTA with levels of awareness. And I can prove to you that I know what I'm doing because I have this case study, this case study, this case study, this case study. And if you want to be a part of it, all you need to do is register to save your spot. See how simple? Okay? All right. Now, I need a volunteer. Before everybody goes crazy in the chat, hear me out. I want you to be an agency or a coach. I want you to be running webinars or a book a call funnel. Those are the two pieces of criteria. If that's you, drop me in the chat and I will pick somebody from this list. Go crazy. Give me a bunch of me's. Who's me? All right, let's go with Amanda. Amanda Carroll. Let's get her spotlighted, please.
Pulling over. Yay, thank you.
What's up, Amanda? How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for helping me.
Yeah, thank you for pulling over and being safe.
Yes, it's important. I'm almost home, darn it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll make sure that the team grabs like a screenshot of this or something. Okay, perfect. So I see in your name here, High Value Women's Collective. Talk to me about what that is. What do you do? Who do you serve?
I have a dating and relationship program for successful single women.
Okay, dating relationships for single women. Successful single women.
Yeah, I've been saying this in my ads, making 100K plus because it's high ticket coaching.
Cool.
So women that feel like they can't find a partner that is as equally successful as they are.
Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. What's the name of your offer?
Love Unlocked.
Love Unlocked. I love that. Pun intended. Very cool. Okay, and we've got a little bit of your target audience here. So women, 100K plus, and single. We can get a little bit more granular on the ICP later. Okay.
Okay.
So the dream outcome, if we were to zoom all the way out, I'm not talking about they want to start dating people that they can connect with. That's too micro. What's the macro version of that? What's the ultimate dream?
A committed relationship, committed long-term relationship. I say, sorry.
With who?
An equal partner.
Okay. What makes somebody an equal partner?
Meaning they treat women as equals.
Okay.
And they make decisions together. It's an egalitarian relationship.
Okay. Does that also mean that the male needs to be successful monetarily, things like that as well?
Yeah, it's not a requirement, but in their eyes, someone that is career focused, career oriented. Yes, I like that. Power couple. I'm going to use that. Someone in the chat.
Yeah, you should.
Thank you. That's a good one. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Power couples. I love it. Okay, sweet. Now, what's the problem that's stopping successful single women making 100K? What's the problem that is blocking them from getting into a committed long-term relationship with an equal partner?
A lot of it is doubt that someone exists for them. They feel like they are too successful. And the word I hear a lot is they're intimidating. They feel like that they're intimidating to men. And the other problem is they hate dating apps.
Okay.
And some other problems is they've been told that they're too much. And so they're dimming their light to accept less than they deserve.
So they're settling.
There, yeah.
Okay. This is good stuff.
Thanks.
Okay, we can make some ads out of this, guys. We can do this.
Good.
Okay, so if we think about the promise of your offer, okay, so Love Unlocked, right? What's the promise of the offer? If we zoom in and double click on a committed long-term relationship with an equal partner, what are some of the first key things that your program delivers in order to take a step towards that dream outcome?
Well, I've been saying I can get you in a committed relationship in 5 dates or less.
5 dates or less. I love that.
And then I don't know if that's the answer you were looking for. That's my promise, but the steps is how to game the algorithm of the dating apps to make them work for you.
Okay. So make apps work for you.
How to create a magnetic dating profile that I say that only attracts high value men and chases away the clowns.
Magnetic profile. Okay. You got some good verbiage here. This is going to be fun.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And then,
Okay. We also kind of hint on the 5 dates or less. I'm going to drop that in as our results timeline. Is there any other sort of timeline that you put on your offer?
Timeline. No, the 5 dates or less is really, to get in a committed relationship has really worked.
Okay.
Not that I've tried 3 months, but I can't promise that depending on someone.
Yep. Okay.
I think that's really the only timeline that works yet.
Okay, cool. Well, let's stick with that. That's totally fine. Okay. Now, your mechanism. Okay. So I think this is kind of, and this is why this exercise is so important, guys, because when we were talking about the promise, she started talking about the magnetic profile or making the apps work for you. But really, that magnetic profile is part of her mechanism. Okay.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we put it in the right bucket when we're planning this stuff, because words matter and the timing of those words matters even more. Okay. So magnetic profile is one piece of the puzzle. What are some other puzzle pieces that you have in your offer that we can include here under the mechanism?
I have the 4 keys to a healthy partner.
Okay.
So 4 keys, finding the 4 keys to a healthy man, the 4 questions you ask before you ever agree to a date.
Okay.
And I have the magnetic DM method, how to message and communicate in DMs and get the guy to actually ask you out instead of just talking to you for a month.
Okay. I love it. Okay. Give me one more. Just one more good piece.
4 keys, magnetic DM, and how to build a dating roster.
Okay.
And to choose your top of the roster and ask for commitment.
I love it.
I say you're the CEO of your dating life. You're slow to hire, fast to fire, and you never ever rehire. And every new partner gets a 30-day provisional job.
I love this. I love it.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, cool. What are some of the proof points that we can tap into that that basically highlight your shit? I mean, everything that you're telling me gives me all of those vibes already. But like, what are some actual tangible proof points that we have here?
Proof points of me or testimonials?
You or your program. What I'm really looking for is how do we portray that our system works?
Okay. Weddings. I have several clients, many clients. Megan just got married. Tatiana just got married.
Okay. Megan, Tatiana. Okay.
Yes. Julie just got engaged.
Julie. Okay, cool. For now, we can just use names of people that you're like just proud of, or they're super proud of, what they've done. Any other names?
Yes. Kendra, long-term committed relationship.
Cool.
For a year.
Okay.
And then me.
Okay.
I'm good at it because I was them. I became a single mom at 34, went through a really difficult divorce, was nationally syndicated radio host, and kept being told I was intimidating by men.
Wow.
And so I developed this process and met my husband on Hinge.
Amazing.
And we have a blended family.
Very cool. Okay. So when somebody is pre-sold, they're like, Amanda is my girl. I'm going to work with her. We've already got a few people in the chat. Okay. So
thank you.
Some new clients in the chat already for you.
I'll answer it.
Which hopefully is case in point that the system works, guys. We're still building the ads and it's already converting for you. Okay. So the next step that people have to take, is it attending a webinar? Are they booking a call with you? What does that look like?
I call it a complimentary dating strategy call.
Okay, so dating strategy call. Perfect. And how long is that call?
I've done about an hour.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, I love it. So if we just zoom out here, okay, big picture, Amanda is a coach. She has a dating and relationship company for successful women doing over 100K. This is what we started with, was kind of our initial statement. Let me go back to my notes here.
Okay. Let's try this.
So this is basically what we've built so far. So if we look at all of this, we've got the offer name is Love Unlocked. It's for women making over 100K a year that are currently single, that want a committed long-term relationship with an equal partner, someone that's also successful, people that are looking to build a power couple, okay? The problem with wanting this is women can doubt themselves. They can feel like they're too successful, or that they're too much and they have to tone themselves down, that they're intimidating to the men that they want to date. They're sick of dating apps. They don't want to settle, okay? So what we do is we make the apps work for you, not against you.
I like that.
And we do that by helping you find a committed long-term relationship in 5 dates or less. The way that that works is through our magnetic profile, 4 keys to a healthy partner, our DM method, creating a roster, and getting your top picks. Amanda knows what she's doing because she herself was her ideal client. But in addition to that, Megan, Tatiana, Julie, and Kendra, all long-term relationships, engaged or married after working with Amanda. If you want to be like these people, the next step that you have to take is book your dating strategy call. It's a 60-minute call where we go in depth and make sure that working together would be a good fit. How does this sound, guys? Okay. Amanda.
Yes.
Thank you so much for volunteering.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm almost home. I'll answer the chat. This was so helpful. Okay.
Amazing. Okay, cool. So Amanda, I'm going to make sure that our team sends you a screenshot of that so that you have that. I know you were driving, so I appreciate you pulling over to volunteer with us here, okay? So I want you guys to look at what the hell just happened, okay? In a few minutes, we went from a super vague description of a business to having a complete offer foundation that told us exactly what to say in every single ad that we run, okay? And every one of those fields becomes raw material for our creative as we're building these campaigns out. So drop a 1 in the chat if you're following along still. Do I still have you? Everyone still with me? Okay, beautiful. Thank you, guys. Okay, so the next thing that we need to cover is what we call awareness mapping, all right? Let me get this pulled up here. So the way that this works is we have our unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and most aware stages, our levels of awareness here, okay? The first thing that we need to do is figure out what the hell is their state of mind. And we map that out for each level of awareness. So what are they thinking? What are they feeling? What are they experiencing? What are they going through? What is their state of existence, their state of mind, their state of the soul, basically, okay? And then what we want to do is take our angle and map out how do we speak to that state of existence. What are we going to say to tap into what those emotions are in this column here, okay? And then we also want to list out the purpose of ads at that stage. Now, I've already done this for the sake of time, guys. I know I wish I could go crazy in depth with all this, but I want to make sure that you guys get the entire system. We only have an hour-ish left together, so I really want to make sure I give you guys everything. So I'm going to kind of power through this with Ad School as an example, and if we have questions, we'll have a Q&A at the end, okay? So state of mind for people, this is the Ad School example here, okay? For people that are unaware, they're stuck with no leads coming in and ads are not on their radar yet, okay? For people that are problem aware, they know the ads are the problem, but they misdiagnose why. For people that are solution aware, they know that they need more creative, but they don't know how to do it. Most of you guys that are here with us today are probably right here. Does that sound correct? Isn't that crazy? Okay, so then we have people that are product aware. This is for people who they might have heard of Ad School, but they aren't sure what's covered. Okay, and then people that are most aware, they know that Creative Lab is probably the answer, but they want confidence in their decision before they swipe their credit card. Okay, so these are all the states of existence of people that are in the world of Ad School as we create this system. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to figure out, okay, well, what's our angle to talk to these people? How do we do it? So for unaware, I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. Okay, so for unaware, if your calendar is empty, the problem probably isn't your offer or your sales skills. It's that you're invisible to the right people because you're not putting enough creative into the market. See how that works? Okay. For problem aware, the reason your ads are fatiguing so fast isn't your targeting. It's because you're only running a handful of creatives. Meta's AI needs variety to optimize, and you're not feeding it enough. Okay. For solution aware, you don't need a 20-person team to produce hundreds of ads. With a modular ad system, one person can generate 250 unique creatives in a week or a day. Okay. You'll see, this is for product aware here. You'll see how the modular ad system can turn 50 hooks, 5 bodies, and 1 CTA into 250 ads, no matter what niche you're in. And then for most aware, if you want help installing it step by step, that's what we do together inside the 6-week Creative Lab Accelerator. If this feels like your next move, you'll have the chance to secure your spot today. Okay? Cool. So we have our angle. Now the next step is we need to figure out the purpose. And I'll sum this up for you really easily. The purpose is to take them from here to here. Then from here to here. Then from here to here and here to here. Okay? So that's the simplified version. But to map this out, for unaware, the purpose is to reveal a lack of ad creative as the hidden bottleneck behind their broader frustration. Okay? Then for solution aware, we need to reframe the real problem as a volume and variety issue rather than making tweaks to your strategy all the time. Okay? Then for solution aware, we need to position Creative Lab systemization and modularity as the elegant, doable solution. Now you guys tell me, have I done that so far? Am I working towards doing that? Okay? Yeah. Okay, I see budget stuff. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. For product aware, the goal is to build trust and lower uncertainty by giving them a taste of the real system. And for most aware, it's to move them from interest to commitment by giving clarity on fit and showing next steps. Okay. Cool. All right. Now, the next piece of this is the modular ad system. And this is where we take the awareness map and we turn it into actual ads. So now I'm going to go to the modern day GOAT, Mr. Hormozi. If the first 5 seconds of an ad sort 80 to 90% of the traffic, wouldn't it make sense that we spend more time testing that one piece? Okay. That's a quote from Alex. So here's what I thought. Well, what if the levels of awareness became the hooks for our ads? All we need is 10 hooks per level of awareness, 5 levels of awareness, 10 hooks each. That's 50 hooks. Okay. So that's exactly what we do with this brainstorm sheet right here. Okay. So again, for the sake of time, guys, I'm going to power through this, but I wrote hooks for level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5 with Ad School as the example. So level 1, this is for people who don't know they have a problem yet. We need to diagnose them. So our hook is if your ad account feels like a slot machine lately, it's because Meta's algorithm changed the game and you're still running the old playbook. Boom, unaware, we address them specifically. Okay. Level 2, this is for people that know that they have a problem, but don't know what to do about it. We're calling out the pain. You already know creative volume matters now more than ever, but volume without strategy is killing your account. Okay. Then level 3, this is for our solution aware people. They know that solutions exist, but they need to see the mechanisms, old versus new. Everyone is telling you, just make more creative, but no one is showing you how to produce high quality creative at scale. Okay. Then we have level 4. This is for people that are product aware. All right. They know that products like yours exist, but they don't understand why yours is better. So this is a very us versus them hook. Anyone can teach you to make more ads. What matters is making them speak directly to your ICP based on where they are in their journey. Okay. Then most aware. They know you, they know your offer, they just need a nudge. This is where we kill objections. Okay. So every week you spend trying to crack the code on paid ads is another week that you could be winning. You're putting this off. Okay. Then I also have a box in here for universal hooks or hero hooks. So this is if you don't want to speak to a specific level of awareness. I threw this in for completion, but here's a really good one that you guys can swipe and deploy. It works every time. It's basically just a niche call out and you say, hey, niche, I have something for you. Okay. So if you're an agency coach or consultant, I have something for you. Works every time. It's a great hook to use. Okay. Cool.
Sorry, Casey. I went to mute all.
No, you're good. You're good.
That's
cool. You hear me okay?
Yep, you're good.
Okay, beautiful. So these are the hooks. Okay. So now that we have our hooks laid out for all of the 5 levels of awareness, the next thing we need to do is work on the body. Okay. And when you write your hooks this way, each one is designed to meet your ideal clients where they're at in their specific journey. And what makes this so powerful is we want people to virtually raise their hand and say, that's me. I connect with that. That's the purpose of a hook, guys, is to make sure that when we're speaking directly to our ideal clients, they virtually raise their hand and say, that's me, I connect with what's being said right now in this ad, okay? That's how we create ads that feel like they're speaking directly to us. Super powerful stuff, okay? Now we're gonna move on to the body, and this is a lot simpler than you think it is, okay? It's using a framework that I call the Universal Ad Body Framework, and it looks like this, okay? So you have probably seen an ad where I say these words. So the Universal Body Framework goes like this. We talk about who you are, what you're doing, why they should care, what the dream outcome and main benefit is, what the offer is, and who's a good fit. Then once we have those 6 components, we drive them into our CTA. Okay, so here's what it sounds like start to finish. My name's Casey and I'm the founder of Ad School. This month, we're launching our brand new program, Creative Lab. It's a complete operating system that helps you build a library of 250 unique ads that speak directly to your ICP. This system gives you the confidence that your business will never run out of qualified leads again. And on Wednesday, September 24th, I'm hosting a free workshop. So if you're an agency coach or consultant that's serious about running Facebook and Instagram ads, CTA. See how simple this is, guys? Okay, it's so simple, but it works. That's all you need to do. You fill in the boxes, you have your body, you're done. You'll build more bodies later, but start with this one, okay? The CTA is even simpler, all right? Here's the CTA. What's the immediate action that somebody needs to take? Where do they do it? What do they do when they get there? What happens after it's done? What does it visually look like? And what's the written call to action around it? So with a CTA, there are 3 CTAs in every ad. You have your verbal CTA, your visual CTA, which is what they see. Verbal is what you say. Visual is what they see. Written is what they read. So those are the 3 CTAs. And we tackle all 3 of them here in the sheet. So a CTA done right sounds like this. Click the link down below, register to save your spot. I'll see you there. Then it goes to an animated screenshot of what the landing page looks like. And the copy that's written in the ad looks like this. It's a combination of everything we just did. Click the link down below, register to save your spot, link. Okay? So from the top, hook, body into CTA. I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like, start to finish all the way through. Okay? You already know creative volume matters now more than ever, but volume without strategy is killing your account. My name is Casey. I'm the founder of Ad School, and this month we're launching our brand new program, Creative Lab. It's a complete operating system that helps you build a library of 250 unique ads to speak directly to your ICP. This system gives you the confidence that your business will never run out of qualified leads again. On Wednesday, September 24th, I'm hosting a free workshop. So if you're an agency coach or consultant that's serious about running Facebook and Instagram ads, click the link down below, register to save your spot, and I'll see you there. Ad complete. Okay? You guys feel me? Okay? So now all we have to do once we have all these components is stack them together. Okay, so we've got a bunch of hooks for level 1. So we go hook 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We do the same thing for level 2, same thing for level 3, same thing for level 4, same thing for level 5. We have our universal body that we write out there, and then we have our strong CTA that we've created. Okay, so now all we're doing is taking these 10 hooks, combining them with this and this. And now for each level of awareness, we have 10 ads. Okay, it's that simple. Stuart, I see you calling me out. No, this is not a recording. This is 100% a live workshop, I promise. So I see you. This is live. The template for this workbook was created back in September. That's the only thing. Okay. All right, guys. So we have all those pieces. It really is that simple. I don't want you guys to overcomplicate this, okay? So 50 hooks. You have 1 body, 1 CTA. That's 50 ads ready to roll, okay? So if you want 250, the only thing you need to do is film 4 more bodies. So I know that my promise to you guys for this workshop was learn how to create 250 unique high-performing ads in a day. This is how you do it, okay? If you want 250, all you need to do is film 4 more bodies. You don't need to refilm the hooks. You just edit them together with all 5 bodies. So it looks like this. 50 hooks, 5 bodies, 1 CTA, 250 unique ads. Okay? You do not need to film 250 times. You film your hooks once, you film a few bodies, you combine them together, and that's the system. Okay? So let me know in the chat. Give me a yes. Is your mind blown right now a little bit? Give me a yes in the chat if this is helpful for you guys. Awesome. I love it. Okay, so quick note on budget, because I know that it's on your mind and I saw a couple people asking about this. Okay, so general starting point is $1 a day per ad. So if we start with 50 ads, you're looking at $50 a day, which is about $1,500 a month. Okay, now if your budget is tighter, just scale it down, guys. Run 5 hooks per level instead of 10, and then that's 25 ads at $25 a day. Okay, the system scales up or down, so you can start wherever you can afford to start. Okay, and we cover this in depth inside the program to help you grow your budget step by step if that's your goal. Okay, so let me show you that this actually works not just for me, but for people like you too. Okay, so this is Lyle. He took this system, filmed, edited, and launched 100 ads in under a week, all from his iPhone using the CapCut app, no desktop editor. He spent about $2,000 on ads and closed 10 clients in 2 months. He had 0 ad experience before this. And at one of our recent in-person mastermind events, he told me that Ad School revolutionized the way that he thinks about marketing. This system changed his life, is what he told us. Okay. This is Troy. He runs a digital marketing agency and runs ads to book sales calls. Before implementing our system, he spent $2,200 to get 10, not even 10 booked calls, 9 booked calls at $252 per call. After implementing our system, he took that same $2,000, same amount, got 52 booked appointments at $39 per booked call. So less ad spend, 5 times the number of calls, and an 83% reduction in cost per result. It's nuts what this can do. Troy, still on the call with us?
Yes, sir.
Troy, is any of that bullshit?
Absolutely not. My calendar was so full, I had to actually lower my ad spend because it was filling up too fast.
There you go, guys. Okay? The real deal. Okay? Then there's Greg. He runs a coaching program and runs ads to a low ticket offer, then converts those customers into a high ticket back end offer. He launched 250 ads using our method and dropped his cost per purchase in half. Now he gets paid to build his list, and it's buyers, not leads. There's a screenshot here that I'm going to show you blown up on the next screen. That is a recent update from his team, and his campaign is literally about to print money. So hopefully you guys can see that. But basically, the total cash collected was $39.05. Total ad spent was $34.92, and they literally got paid $412 to run ads to get 257 new buyers on their list. This is real information from a real client that ran our real system. This is 100% true shit. Okay? So, my question to you guys, would it be helpful if we could get results like this for your business? Give me a yes or no in the chat. Lots of yeses. I love it.